What up? What up? We are in the building for a Work Boot Wednesday evening, man. The new political playbook right here, nightly, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member. If you're not one, if you missed last night's show, check it out. The first one. And we're going to try to keep this thing going as much as possible. We'll try to do it nightly. We may miss a few here and there. It depends. But we're going to be doing it on the other channel, the Political Playbook channel, officially. Probably in a week or so. So we'll keep these two channels going for now, the main one and the Political Playbook, but subscribe to that one, as that is where you'll find this show every evening, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I got some great guests lined up that have already committed to come on this show. Officer B. Tatum, of course, Brandon Tatum, former Arizona Wildcat football star, turned political household figure, along with the Cartier family, if you know, they are some young brothers that from Texas that are mutual fans of each other. They'll be jumping on the show as well, and we're gonna have some nice banter, some back and forth banter on this show each evening, 6 to 9. But as we begin the show, we are officially on high alert. As you know, my brother is an Air Force fighter pilot, been in there since 86. He let me know just about an hour ago that we are officially on high alert as the Israeli administration has informed President Trump, that they are about to strike Iran, and it is probably imminent. Again, the left's plan, along with the deep state, to cause chaos and anarchy all at once. The sanctuary cities have collaborated and started rioting nationwide, as I predicted they would on Monday. Chicago, Austin, Boston, Seattle, Atlanta, Denver, of course, LA, that started it all off. Very ironic that this is all occurring at one time. The deep state is in super deep collaborative efforts to cause chaos and anarchy across the globe. For what reason? I have no idea, but I would assume it's because of our current president, Donald Trump. Why is it never a conservative city that does this or allows this in their cities? Isn't it ironic? Have you not thought of this? Wake the fuck up, people. I don't know how else to tell you. Have you not picked up on the hypocrisy of the Democratic leaders by now? 3 days ago, Mayor Bass, LA's mayor here in Los Angeles, said there was no looting. Now, this morning, she says all the looting is because of Donald Trump. You can't make this shit up. It's literally in your face. It's real active news. All you got to do is go find it. But you will still refuse to believe what you are actually listening to. And she said it was all because Donald Trump sent the National Guard to help with peaceful protest. Fuck, man. I can't make this shit up. We have to start holding them accountable. And any good, decent Democratic folks out there who's listening, or friends of mine who understand that this is happening, leave and show them that they are full of shit and they have lied to the American people, especially the Democratic Party, for years and years. If you leave, they will crumble without your support. I'm just telling you. There's a reason why Governor Newsom and Karen Bass has left, and the left have, they need California. There's a reason why they keep illegals here. Not only are the illegals replacing the black vote, fact, they are Senate seats involved. They need the illegals to keep the California electoral college votes intact. They are facing losing 2 to 3 Senate seats if California loses the left and becomes red. So deportation eliminates California as a guaranteed victory for the Democratic Party come election time. People, wake up and dig deep. This is all a scam, and it isn't a fucking conspiracy anymore. That all these sanctuary cities aligned at one time to protest, loot, and cause chaos exactly at the same time. Jesus, people, anyone who can't see this, or at least admit that they are simply being lied to, are actually lying to yourself and your family, or your future family, if you have admirations of having kids or anything. So make it make sense, man. But we are officially on high alert. This is chaotic as it gets. The globe is on fire. We are officially, go to Europe and check out what's going on in places like, Paris and Italy. And, a good friend of mine just left Italy and said it's absolute chaotic. Again, illegal immigrants in those countries as well. But the left has allowed them in these countries during the Biden administration. Yet here we are today in June, 6 months into this man, Donald Trump's term, and we're still blaming Donald Trump as he continues to fix everything. And the number one thing you can say is the price of eggs still haven't come down as low as you want them. I mean, you can't make it up. So listen, the first segment tonight is The Truth is the Truth. I wanted to dive into this real quick because I want to let all the folks out there, all the Democrats that I know that are actually against what's happening right here in the streets of LA, take a look at a young sister, a black woman who is trying to get to work so she can feed her kids and family, but see what these paid protesters, antagonizers are actually doing to prevent that. Take a look.
I have a kid. If I don't, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? I lose my job. Look at this. Then what happens to my kids? I can't help you. But you can if you could just.
Is this looks like the homie, huh? That wants to get deported. This looks like them, right? This doesn't look like a bunch of fucking Karens, super paid liberals who are just doing stupid shit for $150 a day. This don't look like that at all, right? This looks like the homies in Compton that I grew up with. This young black lady is trying to get to fucking work to feed her kids. And this is what we deal with every day. The 101 freeway has been blocked down because these fucking weirdos are blocking traffic and stopping people from their everyday lives. This is the left. This is the antagonizers. This is who we are facing. But you guys continue to fucking believe that this is a true fucking real deal protest. It's not. So as she goes on to say,
No, we can't. We're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work.
his fucking Mexican accent is so strong, I can't even fucking understand his English.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
But this is what a lot of young brothers and sisters don't realize. They think the Democratic Party is for them. They're not. They're not. They're actually against you. This is live, EJR23. This is live. Well, Donald Trump hasn't deported even 10% of what Obama's deported or Clinton fucking football, just so we're clear. So for you to think that he's done a crappy job because he's only deported 700,000 people so far in 6 months, well, guess what? He's got several millions to go to catch Obama, who you probably think did a great job, right? Who also spent taxpaying dollars to try to shut down Guantanamo Bay during his presidency. But guess what happened? Is Guantanamo Bay shut down? No, it's not. But they sure shrinked us out of another fucking $700 million to shut it down. But you don't want to bring that up, do you? You don't want to bring it down that he deported 3 million people. There's videos out there. There's a lot of data out there that you can actually see Obama protecting our border and saying you will not come into this country illegally. Why aren't you mad at him, homie? Why aren't you mad at Obama when he did it, but you're mad at Trump now? Make it make sense. You're delusional, homie. You're absolutely delusional if you actually think this is the first time that we've released the fucking National Guard in LA or Marines. I've lived here my entire life. It's not. It's not. So go do some fucking research. President Bush also released the National Guard and the Marines here during the Rodney King riots, during Watts riots, and several other times in the history of Los Angeles County. So you stop with the bullshit that you think this is the first time. And Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, for her to say that is absolutely a slap in the face, thinking that she is your leader, but she don't even know the history of the city she represents, Los Angeles. It's absolutely fucking pitiful that you actually think this. But I don't get it. But I do want to show you what's happening now, because ICE just conducted earlier today a massive workplace raid, arresting more than 100 illegal aliens. And I want you to take a look at this.
Hey, who's the sizzle lip operator? Yes. Come back over here. You can find the guy in front of
Listen, you see what they're about. They're literally tagging up and writing all over our town. They've defaced the Kobe Bryant mural once again. And I just want to be clear here. If anybody in here thinks that the Mexicans would deface Kobe Bryant and his daughter's mural, if you're from LA, you're an absolute fucking moron, and you have no clue what the Mexicans are like here and how they represent Kobe Bryant. The true Mexican folks here in LA would fucking kill you over Kobe Bryant. So if you really think that Kobe Bryant's mural has been defaced by Mexicans, you're out of your fucking mind. This is fucking liberal fucking paid protesters once again doing the same shit over and over and over. There ain't no fucking Latino, Chicano in LA that would allow a fucking Kobe Bryant mural to get touched. And anyone that's real knows I'm fucking keeping it real. So you all already know that this is fucking designed, and we got to fucking wake the fuck up. You got to wake up, man. But this is what this ICE deportation that you just witnessed on that video, that was in Omaha, Nebraska. And the reason why that's important, they were using fake documents and fraudulently using American citizens' identification. In that video I just showed you, they were literally using American IDs. Again, you don't think the vote in 2020 was rigged. You don't think that the illegals were brought in here to replace the black vote using American identification and documentation. You don't believe the Democratic Party paying for illegal health care while we have fucking more homeless in LA than any other place in America. Yet they continue to get federally funded billions of dollars to get rid of homeless people. But the only person that benefited was Governor Newsom, as he got a $5 million mansion in Beverly fucking Hills. Make it make sense. But again, it's a conspiracy, according to all you fucking conspiracy theorists that believe it's a conspiracy, JB. Really. But we're continuing to find illegals with American identification, social security numbers, and debit cards on them. This is what the right voted for when they voted for Donald Trump, to deport illegals. And the Latino community is 55% in favor of Donald Trump deporting the illegals. That's what you don't understand. Just because you may know someone that's against it doesn't mean that they're all against it. They're actually more for it. So I don't know where you get off or what you read, but this is what the right voted for. This is why the Democratic Party is crumbling in front of our very eyes. They're liars, they're stealers, and they're cheaters. And that's just what they are. In breaking news, though, earlier today, the State of the Union, Donald Trump is holding and doing exactly what he said he would do during the election campaign. And he is now saying that the deal with China is done, subject to final approval with President Xi and me. Full magnets and any unnecessary rare earths will be supplied up front by China. Likewise, we will provide to China what we agreed to, including Chinese students using our colleges and university, which they always have done. And we're going to get 55% tariffs. China is getting 10%. The relationship is excellent. Thank you for attention on this matter. Now, listen, I believe that's what the right voted for. And by the way, anyone that thinks that the tariffs aren't working, they absolutely are working. And you're absolutely delusional if you don't think the tariffs are working. I even got homeboys that work at the docks, the largest docks in the country, right here in Long Beach, San Pedro, and they thought that they were mad at Trump. Oh man, we're getting fucked. There's no work. Now they can't. They don't have. They can't. It's too much work. So again, they are. You guys have been lied to for so long. You thought this was a big old scam for him to win the presidency over, but he's actually doing what he said he was going to do. Regardless if you're a fan or not of our president, he is absolutely doing what he said he was going to do. And all you can do is respect someone's keeping his word or her word. The last time I checked, that's all I actually respect it, whether you like it or not. If Biden did what he said he was going to do, I would respect it. But guess what? He lied about everything he said he was going to do to the American people, especially the Democratic Party. And all you did was soak it up and believe him. And now you're fucking hurt because now you saw what happened. And you don't even know if it was really fucking Biden signing documents. But the State of the Union, the tariffs are about to be done with who everybody thought would crumble America. But in reality, China losing us folded 40 banks in the first 7 days of us shutting them off. China folded 40 banks. So it looks like Donald Trump, a billionaire, understands finance and economics a little bit better than you do, contrary to belief. I want to move on to Did You Know? Did you know? I want to get your take on this. And I want to be clear here. There is a reason why they tried to kill Donald Trump. There's a reason why they tried to arrest Donald Trump. There's a reason why they've sent multiple people to try to kill Donald Trump during his campaign. There's a reason. And the reason is what you're seeing right now. Because I'm going to be honest, the Democratic Party didn't think Donald Trump would be alive today. So they didn't think that this would have any friction or any combativeness. They thought this was going to be going smooth sailing. They thought all this was true. No, because it didn't kill him. They didn't think this would be a real thing, but it is. Take a look at this man's video. My main man right here who's been killing it lately. Take a listen to what he had to say about Donald Trump and the failed assassination attempt.
Makes sense now why they wanted to assassinate President Trump not once but twice. Why they wanted to lock his ass up and throw away the key. You see, President Trump was in their way. He knows about the money laundering, the corrupt politicians who have been getting rich, who are also a part of these same organizations that are behind all these violent, terroristic riot protests. I mean, after all, it's the Democrat Party trying to convince you that all this destruction is peaceful. Does it make sense now? Here's a question I have for all you Democrats that suffer from TDS. At what point in time do you wake up, fam? You're literally seeing the Democrat Party go ham for illegal immigrants, all while they forgot about you. When are you going to be done with being manipulated, deceived, used, played for a fucking fool? Because at this point, I don't want to hear shit about Trump.
I want to know that all the left-winged Democratic Party, Stephen A. Smith, and all the sports heads that win at Ice Cube 3 and 4 years ago. Do you guys remember when Ice Cube came out talking about Big Three, creating the Big Three? And did you remember he said, I don't believe in the left or the right, and everyone thought he was crazy. They thought he was a sellout. They called Ice Cube a sellout. Stephen A. Smith, everybody was mad at Ice Cube. You know why? Because Ice Cube said, what has the left done for me? Do you guys remember that at all? You guys should go look that up. And I got to do the big three with Ice Cube and got to sit in back, in back in the locker room with those guys and got to hear a real conversation. And he's like, the Democratic Party's lied to me my whole entire life. But guess what? Because I was in the hood and all the OGs told me I was a Democrat, I thought I had to do what they told me to do. He finally woke up and became a man and said, nah, now I move my own way to my own beat. I got my own money. I got my own companies and businesses. And I realized that the Democratic Party has been lying to black folks since I was born. And I said, fuck that. I'm not going to believe that anymore. And everybody thought he was a sellout, Stephen A. Smith included. Now, all of a sudden, Stephen A. Smith's on every single politician's show he can be a part of, starting to move his fucking manipulative ass to the right. Have you noticed? Have you noticed he's now moving towards the right? It's very ironic, isn't it? Very, very ironic now that all of a sudden his tone has changed with Officer Tatum on his show all the time and him going on Piers Morgan and all these different people. He's going on Clay Travis and Outkick. And why is he doing all these conservative shows if he ain't fucking flipping over? I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised at all if Stephen A. Smith, the puppet that he has been, ends up changing over to the right. Just mark my words. It's absolutely crazy. And he was pro Kamala the entire election process. Unbelievable, man. But anyway, the dogs have arrived. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The dogs are here. The Marines are landing in LA. They're working out right here in Seal Beach, right by my boat. And they have arrived in LA, man. And I do not want violence. I don't. And I grew up a Democrat. But this is not the Democratic Party. Let me continue to reiterate. This is not the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party that I grew up in would not have ruined or assaulted the American soil or ever, ever, ever burned an American fucking flag. There ain't a Democrat I knew growing up that would have burned the American flag. Do you seek the following that Robert Kennedy Jr. would have had burning the American flag? Seriously. Do you know any Democrats that would have burned American flags on our soil? Do you know American Democrats who would have vandalized, looted, and stole in our own cities? Do you realize that the hypocrisy has been shown to your very faces and you still continue to be blinded with ignorance? I'm just telling you, I don't want violence, but I'm just telling you right now, the Marines are not there to talk. They're not here to talk you down. That's not what they're there to do. They got police, National Guard to do that. The Marines aren't coming to have a conversation with fucking s'mores over the fire. I'm just telling you. They're not. And not particularly this group coming from 29 Palms, where my brother was stationed for 4 years. They're not. They're not very friendly at all. They're not happy people. It's 120 degrees around that motherfucker year round. They're an hour from Palm Springs, 2 hours from San Diego. There's nothing to do. It's in the middle of the fucking desert. If you get a flat tire there, you really can possibly die. And I'm not lying because I've had a flat tire there. The dogs have landed. And listen, as much as I want to see them absolutely fucking mollywop these weirdo fucking paid antagonizers, I also don't want to see bloodshed or any craziness, because guess what's going to happen? And a Marine is going to absolutely kill somebody, and then the Armageddon will be released. because then the left is going to use that to create a civil war and some sort of unrest here in America, saying now we're killing our American people. And that's what they're going to do. We don't want that. Like, let's be honest. I'm not here to fucking incite some craziness. Let's keep it real. But after that is martial law, and then a Marine's going to absolutely kill somebody, and you're going to have a Armageddon type of effect happen. And you do not want that. We do not want that, because we won't even make it to Christmas. I'm just telling you. But this is the plan. This is the plan of the left, the deep state, and all involved. This is their plan. And as I started the show, if anyone here is new, we're on high alert right now because Israel has informed Donald Trump that they're ready to fire on Iran tonight. So don't be surprised if you hear Israeli armed forces let loose on Iran tonight. We're about to have a full-scale, chaotic, crazy set of events here as we are pushing through 2025. They want the people divided. The American, the brown, the black, the white. They want the Muslims. They want the Chinese, the Russians. I'm just telling you, keep it funky. That's what they want. This is their design. Don't fall for the bait. Don't fall for the bait. The people can speak. I'm just telling you. You have a loud voice. I got to be honest. I've been arguing with some of my friends all day long. And they said they watched this show last night, and I talked about LA buying LA from Mexico. Not taking LA from Mexico. And people are like, oh, JB, LA didn't buy Mexico. I never said they bought Mexico. I said they bought LA from Mexico. I want to be clear here because the Mexican the party has come out, administration, and they've came out and now said, oh, yeah, well, let's get back what we used to have. And we'll take the entire southwest corner of America if you're going to try to tell us that we don't own LA. That's literally what they said. So basically, Mexico's saying that they own the southwest corridor of America. And the irony in that is very funny. Because if that's the case, is anyone going to let everyone know that Russia owns Ukraine? Do you understand how stupid this shit all sounds? The same people that's fucking bitching and moaning and getting money from America. Isn't Ukraine getting billions of dollars of American money under the Biden campaign? It's the same people claiming that Mexico was robbed for LA, but don't understand that Ukraine belonged to Russia. I can't make the shit up. I'm just telling you, I can't make it up. But I do know this. Please, all you fucking protesters, go to Mexico waving an American flag, burn a Mexican flag, ask for free illegal health insurance, and then tell the president he's a fascist piece of shit and see if you make it out alive. I'm waiting for you to do that. Please do it. I want to see it tonight on fucking CNN. Holy fuck, man. But anyway, the legal illegals, as we used to call them growing up, who I grew up with a million of them, and I know very close to my heart, a lot of my homeboys that are Latins or Latin Americans or Mexicans or whatever you want to call it, very different variety of different ethnicities growing up in LA. The most diverse, probably, culture in America right here is LA. Take a listen to what this lady had to say. She said she is a legal immigrant, and I want to tell you something. She is disgusted about what is happening here in LA with her fellow country Latina people who are faking the funk, the paid antagonizers. Take a listen.
I am a legal immigrant, and I want to tell you something. I'm disgusted by what people from other countries like Mexico are doing right now in my new country. I came from Mexico. I came legally. I have worked all my life here to get what I have. I have never asked for a penny to the government. I didn't come here to get something from the government. I came for an opportunity and I got it. And I have the American dream. What about all of those people protesting in California and New York? What are they doing? They are burning the city. If you don't like to be deported and you want to stay here, you have to have your best behavior. Not the worst behavior. You think that we want you here with that behavior of burning cars, burning the entire city? Why? Why do we talk to the authorities in your behalf? There has no meaning on that. And for the people that are defending these violent attackers, people that don't deserve to be here, shame on you. Shame on you, because you're supposed to talk and to tell them the truth. You're not supposed to line up with them. You're supposed to tell them, go to your country. You are waving the flag of another country that you love, go. You don't need to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve another opportunity in this country because apparently you don't love this country like I do. So, go away.
Where's the lie? That's exactly every single Mexican folk that I know that came here that had to see their parents struggle to get here and actually go through the process. But what do I know? There's a reason why she's upset. There's a reason why an American flag actually hangs out of her front door. And then a Mexican flag is right there with it. But she doesn't leave the house with a Mexican flag. She only will leave the house with an American flag. Please listen. I got a homeboy that's Italian American, legal immigrant. And he said he'll only leave the house with an American flag on his car or his boat. But an Italian flag hangs in his backyard. That's what the fuck they came here for. To be free. To have our freedoms. I really don't understand the people that actually believe these protests are real. Like, you got to be shitting me. They came here for a reason. That lady you just saw is the lady that don't want to be seen in the streets of LA. She loves America. She is thankful. She raised a family here. That's the problem. She actually knows and understands this was the American dream. Just like all the Muslims and all you fucks that want to come over here. Mohammeds. You came here and went to what college? Oh, no, University of North Carolina. University of North Carolina State. University of USC. Where did you go, you fucking bombers? Guess where you learned how to fucking put together a pipe bomb? UCLA. Fact. I'm just keeping it real. Go listen to some of the greatest terrorists the world has ever known. Guess where they went to college? North Carolina. AT&T or A&T. I'm not even lying to you. These motherfuckers went to Harvard, Stanford, Cal, Berkeley, Duke. They didn't go to fucking University in fucking Gaza Strip, homie. They went to a fucking American university. It's called the American Dream that allowed these fucks to come over here and use up our fucking resources and live free, be protected by our government fucking officials and Marine Corps, Army, Air, Navy, and Air Force. And now they burn our fucking flag? The audacity. You should be slapping the fuck out of these people when you see them in the streets. People, not fucking telling them they're right. Holy fuck, man. The ignorance is why we are so life-threatening. I mean, it's just being honest. It's fucking unbelievable. But anyway, Listen, I'm not here to demolish the Democrats, but blaming Trump will continue, even though the Democrats are running out of excuses other than blaming Trump. Take a listen to Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt as she exposed the Democrats once again.
Waving foreign flags viciously attacked ICE and Border Patrol agents as well as Los Angeles police officers. These criminals injured police, threw rocks at police cars and officers, burned vehicles, shut down freeways, and lobbed Molotov cocktails, all because the Trump administration was removing violent criminal illegal aliens from the city.
Let's pause it. You know me, I'm a real one. That picture right there is one of the hardest pictures I've ever seen. That's one of the hardest fucking pictures I've ever seen. I wish it was in Mexico, though, not in downtown LA. But I'm going to keep it real. That was a cold picture right there. Whoever caught that picture should sell that picture because it's fire. Unfortunately, too bad that it's in LA and it's because of destruction and a bunch of weirdo paid antagonizers that they caught this picture. But that man holding that flag, that's this famous picture that's gone viral on Saturday. I'm going to expose his ass today. And I've been looking and making sure all day long that it was true. And it was true. They tracked this motherfucker. And I can't wait to break the story to you if you haven't already heard it. But anyway, she went on to say,
these attacks were aimed not just at law enforcement, but at American culture and society itself. Rioters burned American flags, chanted death to ICE, and spray-painted anti-American slogans on buildings. But President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America. The most basic duty of government is to preserve law and order, and this administration embraces.
Did you see her earlier? Did you see her earlier tell the fucking liberal press, the media member, what a dumb question? Earlier today, have you seen her blast that motherfucker? That shit was classic. But we got to keep going. But that shit is comical. If you haven't seen it today, go check it out. So anyway, they're going to continue to blame Trump, even though they're out here graffitiing up Kobe Bryant's mural and fucking waving Mexican flags. But that's the country they got kicked out of or left. And now this is the country they've been living for free in, and they're burning our flag. Make it fucking make sense. Keeping America in America. I want to give you a little update. GM, General Motors, gave Donald Trump and the American people $4 billion to keep General Motors here in the States and not go to Mexico on 8 cents on the dollar. Take a listen to what happened earlier today. The automaker GM, General Motors, obviously one of the largest on planet Earth, invests $4 billion in the U.S. to move additional production out of Mexico. And again, it will begin in the blue-collar, beautiful state of Michigan in Detroit, where the automotive industry began, and it's making Detroit great again. Love to see this right here, and this is the why I'm all for the tariffs. This is why we should keep American product in America. This is why the employment rates will again climb or drop, and our unemployment rates will drop. And this is why the economy will be back. It is our lifeblood. This is what we grew up on. This is what made America America. So I don't understand why all you fucking Democrats are so anti-fucking American. I don't fucking understand it. The American people should be slapping you, bit slapping you every single day that you go out here and are showing that you're anti-American. If you don't think that the automotive industry, which began in Detroit, Michigan, should stay in Detroit, Michigan, you're anti-fucking American. If you think they should be in Mexico making our fucking cars, you're out of your fucking minds. You're anti-fucking American. So go over there, burn a Mexican flag, wave an American one again, and tell their president that she is a fascist piece of shit. I can't wait to see you do it. I am all for deporting illegals, but I'm also all for deporting anti-Americans. Send the anti-American fucking Karen purple hair fuck over there with them. That's what I would do. Don't make me fucking governor. California will be fucking bare ass. We'll have about fucking 300 motherfuckers here. Anyway, I want to make sure that we're clear, and shout out to Elon Musk, who I thought was a ploy with President Trump, as they had that fake Twitter beef. They're now back asshole buddies again, kissing and telling and drinking together tonight. But what do I know? But anyway, finding the money. $50 million of unaudited tax-paying money dollars of ours, taxpayers' dollars of ours, you and I, even you anti-American Americans, 50 million of our tax-paying dollars has been found. Take a listen where it went.
Well, I wanted to bring to everybody's attention something that doesn't get much attention, and you've heard the term follow the money. So I looked up where did follow the money. I thought it was from a Tom Cruise movie, but it wasn't. It was from Watergate. And follow the money is what they did in Watergate, and we saw what happened. So my young staffer, who's very bright, and I see him over there, Adam Pack, followed the money. And the money is from the so-called Inflation Reduction Act. So in the name of green and environmental justice, there's over $40 billion that are going to be granted out through the EPA. So, with this great research that was done, what was discovered that in December, the EPA granted $50 million to an organization called Climate Justice Alliance. So we went to the website of Climate Justice Alliance. This is what we found on the website, that our taxpayer dollars are going to organizations such as this. This, at the bottom, is a picture of the bulldozer that went through the fence when Hamas attacked Israel on October the 7th. They have a rendering on their website. It says decolonize Palestine, and it has a picture of that same bulldozer going through that fence. If you dig deeper, they want to defund the police, defund the military, either them or their affiliates want to have very radical, drastic initiatives that I think are anti-American. And they're certainly anti-Israel and anti-Semitic. So the Biden administration doesn't seem to care. $50 million in December. Who knows how much more in the future, and other like groups, because there are other associated groups with this group. There's no inspector general for EPA to follow the money.
Listen, as taxpayers in America, if you are an American and pay tax dollars and you get everything get taxed on top of tax, why does our tax get taxed? Property tax, food, grocery. Why are we taxed upon getting taxed upon getting taxed? This is why American people never own anything flat out outright. Only the elitists own everything. Let me ask you, you should be fucking fuming that 50 million was taken and put into this thing. You should be fuming that all that money went to Ukraine. You should be fuming when you drive down your street in Texas, Georgia, Alabama, California, New York, that you hit a fucking pothole and blow out your fucking tire when they told you your tax-paying dollars were going to fix the highways and roads in our country. But you don't, and you won't. You won't call them out. You won't ask where your money went. But you're cool with cutting your boys' dicks off, and you're cool with boys playing girls in sports, but you won't question where our tax dollars went. You'll burn down Tesla plants and fucking key his cars, but you'll use his platform, X, Twitter, to bitch and moan and show that you're burning down Tesla plants. Make it make sense. Then he has a feud with fucking Donald Trump on Twitter, and the left goes crazy, and they're back being fans of Elon Musk once again, buying Teslas. Make it make sense. If this isn't the biggest crock of bullshit in American history, you are naive, my friends. And naivety is the fucking epitome of a deranged fucking lunatic who can't even tell us that 2 + 2 = 4. You are fucking lying to yourself. You're lying to your future kids, grandkids, and everybody else if you think that this isn't happening in front of our very own fucking eyes. Homeless is at an all-time high from San Diego to San Francisco, LA being the largest, and 3 cities in the 3 largest homeless cities in America are right here in California, led by Governor Gavin Newsom, who's a fucking demonic, deranged individual who wants to be president of the United States of America. Fact. He needs pawns, which is Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles, the largest city. If you control the largest city, you control the largest illegal immigrant population, which controls the vote, and it ushers out the black vote so you can illegally, fraudulently cheat in the fucking election every year. If California loses the illegal immigrants, guess what happens? They lose electoral college votes in the election, and they will lose 3 Senate seats come 2028. That means California will turn red, and it will now belong to the Republican Party every single year. And now the swing states will no longer be needed as they are today. He will not have to win Ohio and Pennsylvania and Georgia to win the election. He will win California, which has the largest electoral college votes in America, and that will end up being equal to those 3 swing states. Make it make sense. You guys aren't listening. You're not really macro here. You're fucking micro. You don't want to fucking understand simple fucking brass tacks. But what do I know? Federal charges for looters and rioters are now going to be brought to all these fucking fake antagonizers, and Donald Trump is putting our FBI in charge of finding who is funding these riots and who is funding these fucking 20 to 30-year-old liberal fucking Karens who are out here acting as if they're really La Raza. Take a listen to another peaceful protest. The ATF has now charged several rioters in LA for throwing Molotov cocktails. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Find this particular act of violence to be extremely dangerous. As you saw in Colorado, these Molotov cocktails have the ability to seriously harm or kill a person or, and a police officer that they were thrown at. So we want to highlight these 2 cases today, and we'll get you more numbers. The importance of charging people federally is for people to know that there's serious consequences for their behavior, for their conduct. You have the right to peacefully protest. No one's going to stop you. But as soon as you cross that line into violence, you're throwing stuff, you're throwing rocks, you're throwing bombs. That's unacceptable. It will not be tolerated, and we're going to come down with a really heavy hand.
Hey, federal charges now. No longer state, no longer misdemeanor. If you want to take a peaceful protest and you turn it violent, guess what that's called? It's called a riot. It's an insurrection. You should be fucking federally charged, and they just made it a mandate. They're going to get federally charged. It's about fucking time. The lawless governor that we have, who allowed all the crime in California and put a limit to $900, so cats were walking in Rite Aid and stealing $890 worth of shit, walking right out. Nobody touched them because they couldn't arrest these motherfuckers anyway. And if they did arrest them, if they went over $900, they were out the same night. That is what is happening. That is why we are fucking an absolute shit show in American sanctuary cities across this country. But what do I know? I want to dive into a couple more things here real quick. Illegal is dangerous. And Caroline Leavitt revealed that 330 illegal aliens were arrested during this LA riot so far in the 6 days that it's been happening. And out of the 330 illegals that were arrested, guess how many had violent criminal backgrounds? 113 of them. 113 of them. But remember when Karen Bass and Newsom said there was nobody violently involved, nobody had criminal records, that Donald Trump was just attacking us with the National Guard and Marines unlawfully? No. Take a listen.
From prison.
I will check with the president. It's certainly an important issue, and I'll get back to you.
Thanks, Caroline. The president said yesterday that paid insurrectionists were behind or involved in the protest in Los Angeles. Does the White House have any more details about who they believe is paying these protesters?
The president spoke about this last night when he returned from Fort Bragg, because frankly the president has a lot of common sense. And if you look at some of the imagery that we have received from the Department of Homeland Security and ICE and law enforcement who are on the ground, you will see boxes and boxes of very professionalized masks and rioting equipment being dropped off for these protesters. So it's a good question the president is raising, and one we are looking into, about who is funding these insurrectionists and these rioters and these protesters and these illegal criminals. And I have updates for you on the numbers, by the way. Since June 6th, there have been 330 illegal aliens that have been arrested as part of these riots in Los Angeles. 113 of those illegal aliens had prior criminal convictions.
But Newsom said none of them were illegal and none of them had criminal backgrounds. But it's okay, though, that Biden deported 330,000 illegals in his 4 years and told no one, because they were fucking out here raping our children, our daughters, our wives and kids and females. But guess what? He deported them so they didn't have to let everyone know. But that's the media you choose to listen to. You heard that left-leaning media tell you false shit and false narratives, and you ate it up, soaked it up, and you believed it. But the fact of the matter is, these motherfuckers are the same ones that we are seeing out here rape and pillage. And it's just the fact. So I'm glad to my next point that Pam Bondi says that she plans to charge rioters and looters under the Hobbs Act. Take a listen.
Speaking in D.C. If Gavin Newsom isn't going to keep California safe, we are. You know, they imposed a curfew last night. I think that helped a bit. But today, we wanted them to declare, they didn't declare an economic disaster out there with all of the businesses. Had they done that, Kelly Loeffler and the Small Business Association could have come in and helped, given federal aid to all of these businesses in California. We've been seeing on the news all of these drugstores getting robbed, getting looted. The Apple store just got raided. I mean, we're all watching this live on the news. And this isn't just looting to me. You think people just run in, take something, leave, and nothing happens? We're using the Hobbs Act. We are charging robbery to protect Californians under this. If you...
Thank you, Jesus. The common sense kicked in. Common sense finally kicked in. Our governor, Newsom, and our fucking mayor, Bass, who fucking Mina Kimes endorsed, by the way, I'll get to her fucking tomorrow morning, has literally allowed the crime to continue to be doing it. So when those cats ran into the Apple store and took all those phones, guess what happened? It's normal business. California, it's just a regular shit. No issue at all. No problem. But no, finally a president has some balls to call it out and say, what the fuck are you doing, Newsom? Why are you allowing American people in California to be robbed and walk on eggshells and can't take their kids shopping anymore? So why do the California people who pay more money than any other state, property tax, fucking tax, gas, food, inflation, why should we have to pay more? And all you guys out there just say, oh, just move. Guess what? What if Californians that I know can't move? We have to sit here and accept lawless crime? Fuck that. The common sense went away a long time ago with the left, and it's unbelievable. Tracking these actors, man, real quick. How about this? The guy riding the motorcycle, I want to break in. I want to show you this guy that I showed you on picture earlier as we wrap the show up with one more thing after this. Take a listen and take a look at the fucking guy who has the viral video and picture of waving the Mexican flag in front of a firebomb right in downtown LA. Take a look at who this guy is. By the way, he's not Mexican, exactly what I said he wasn't on Monday, but they've actually tracked him and found him. You can go look this up. It is a fact, and go check it out. Listen to this.
Corporations fund protests. You have to really wonder.
Nah, do the other one, Bailey, my bad.
From this weekend of the guy on the motorcycle waving the Mexican flag with fires and police cars in the background? Well, Turns out, based on tracing the GPS on his phone, he's probably not even from Mexico. He has made money transfers to Venezuela, though. We do know those prisons were opened and the criminals were sent here. This guy's phone has been at Antifa, BLM, pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian protests, and 3 Kamala Harris rallies. It goes home to a $2 million residence each night. Who's funding this?
So this guy goes to a $2 million home, not even Mexican, and has been to BLM riots, Kamala Harris campaign, and yes, Lucy, for everyone out there, I want you to really listen to this one more time.
Photo from this weekend of the guy on the motorcycle waving the Mexican flag with fires and police cars in the background. Well, turns out, based on tracing the GPS on his phone, he's probably not even from Mexico. He has made money transfers to Venezuela, though. We do know those prisons were opened and the criminals were sent here. This guy's phone has been at Antifa, BLM, pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian protests, and 3 Kamala Harris rallies. It goes home to a $2 million residence each night. Who's funding this?
Who is funding it? Tony here dug deep on it and found some things, but yeah, go look into who's funding this. I just want to give you a little bit before the last video, and we'll wrap it up tonight. And you guys go watch the Pacers OKC Thunder. It's a good game at halftime. I believe it's 64-60 on an update in the sports world. George Soros, if anyone wants to know, has been banned from 7 countries. Has been banned from 7 countries. Why isn't America the 8th? There's enough dirt on George Soros, and they have proven that he's funded certain things. There's a reason why Russia banned him. There's a reason why certain countries have banned him. Why hasn't America banned George Soros yet? I please want to ask that question. Just riddle me that. Riddle me that question. The last thing, Walmart is making their bed. Unfortunately, Walmart has become an absolute shithole to shop at if anyone needs cheap things such as deodorant or maybe T-shirts or underwear or anything like that for the families out here who have 6 and 7 kids and want to get shitty groceries and horrible fucking vegetables that are already 16 days old. You go to Walmart. But guess what? Walmart's even become more of a shit show without anyone tending the fucking registers and everyone just walking out with everything. Walmart's becoming the armpit of America shopping. But listen, basically one of the big dogs at Walmart basically made her bed by being pro-riot, pro-loot, anti-Trump, and she's involved in this June 14th, a couple days away, No Kings Act, that we're going to see another big protest hit America. Just wait. But Walmart heiress Christy Walton, one of the daughters of the great Walton, who started Walmart in the great state of Arkansas. Listen to this right here as we wrap the show.
Corporations fund protests, you have to really wonder what the heck is going on. The No Kings protest that's happening all over America on June 14th, funded by Walmart. Right there, paid for by Christy Walton. Christy Walton is the billionaire heiress of Walmart, worth almost $20 billion. What do you think her end game here is? Like, is she really worried about authoritarianism or human rights abuses? Or is she just after cheap labor? Okay, over 70% of SNAP recipients and Medicaid users were full-time workers, and many of them are from Walmart. The irony is certainly not lost on me that the biggest organized protest against a so-called king is being organized by an oligarch. I mean, I don't think it's by accident that the bottom 50% of China holds twice as much wealth as the bottom 50% of America. Okay, China is the blue line, America is the red line. This should wake a lot of people up. Like, think about it. Why is China, where we get all our cheap goods from, why are they able to pay their workers, but not us? It's almost like they're trying to distract us from everything other than paying people a living wage. Let me know what you think.
Now the guy doing that video, I have no idea who that is, but the research that I looked up that he was talking about is all true. So, yeah. So to answer CCRR's dumbass who thinks that's where I get my news. No, the news was actually looked up, made sure the news was right. And then the video just makes the show easier to show a guy telling you what's going on. So dumb fuck that thinks that's where I got the news. No, the news is actually true. It's just a fucking nobody that I don't know telling you. So anyway, that is what Walmart's doing right now. And guess what? Do you know that the guy passing out mask, the best mask on the market that you can purchase, which is over $45. You know where they sell that mask that was being handed out to LA protesters on Monday? Walmart. Fact. So go check it out. Walmart is who sells those masks. The clear plastic, hard shell, sold at Walmart. And I'll end it at this, just so we're clear. Who owns the Denver Broncos now? Walmart. Who went under siege last night? Walmart. I'm sorry, Denver. Denver went under siege last night as another sanctuary city, which owns the Denver Broncos, which is owned by Walmart. Make it make sense, but it actually makes perfect sense. You just are too blind to accept it. I can show you fucking until I'm blue in the face. You'll sit there and still say, that's me, I'm a Democrat. You can be a Democrat, but that doesn't mean you have to be anti-American. Stop being anti-American, Americans. It's the realest show on planet Earth. We'll be back tomorrow for Truth Telling Thursday. Steve Kimball join us. We got a loaded lineup on the Coach AB show with Big Smitty. Appreciate all the love in here every single night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find us for an hour right here on the Political Playbook, powered by BetUS. So make sure you become a member or subscribe at least to the Political Playbook channel. Bailey will drop the link right here. A lot of you guys saying you can't find it to become a member because you're a member already. You're probably watching the Coach JB show and not the Political Playbook show. So make sure you go on over to Political Playbook show and subscribe to that channel, because that is where this show will be in a couple weeks. For right now, we'll stream it on both, but there is the link right there to that channel. So subscribe today. And if you need some gear, go head on over to CoachJBStore.com. There's new merch out there, especially the Slapdick Yacht Club. It is summertime for all you boaters. Go get you some merch. It is fire. Until tomorrow, God willing, appreciate you all. Stay safe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.